Thank you for the wonderful conversation. So my question is about online learning again back. So to me personally, and from what I learned in class, like motivation is like one of the most important indicator of academic success or learning, and just want to want to hear whether like what do you think online education can improve most for my education, whether it's like an interaction between students or interaction between student and teacher, or personalized learning, or like a teaching agent or something.
Yeah, so I think that, so let me say a couple different things. I think we'll see the emergence of more online that encourages more student to student and student to instructor interaction. We've seen a little bit of this so far, but I think we'll see more and more of it, particularly as the technology gets better and better. So imagine, you know, you're in a class that's online and you form a virtual study network. At 8 o'clock every night, you and a group of study friends get on a Google Hangout, you work on the problem sets together, you do all this kind of thing. All the kinds of motivation and success things that I think typically help students, make students successful. Can be done, they'll just be done virtually. I think you'll see the emergence of this over time. In fact, I actually think you'll see the equivalent of a lot of the MOOCs convert to instead of book clubs, there'll be class clubs, and we'll all be taking this class together, and the same thing will happen. And it's easy to create software now, which just create a virtual community around those group of people, and instead of doing an online book reading club, now you're doing an online class together. The other thing I think we'll see happen is so-called adaptive technology. So this is a dream. It actually dates back to a project from the 1970s called Plato, which was going to reinvent learning online, and which failed miserably. Technology wasn't there, computers were too expensive, lots of things. But now imagine you're a math teacher in high school, or you're a chemistry teacher. You have a class of 35 students or 40 students, something like that. They're of widely varying capability, right? Because unlike a place like Stony Brook or Stanford, where you select from a narrow band of students in terms of capability, in a high school, even a high school that's in Palo Alto, let's say, you've got students of a full range of capability. Hard for the instructor to keep the interest of the most advanced student who's ready to move a little faster than the rest of the class. At the same time, help the student who's struggling with the course.
Wow, yeah, big gap.
Now imagine that we build some technology that has some auto-diagnosis in it and has online quizzes, and now imagine an automated tutoring system. So the student that's struggling, you know, the system comes online and says, well, you didn't get this quiz question right. Let's see if you can do part A of the question, which is this simpler problem. Then we can, if you can get that right, then we know that you're having a problem with part B, and now we'll explain. So imagine that this is going to happen in technology. A bunch of machine learning, some techniques, it'll happen. And I think we'll get ways to, what I like to think of is we amplify what a good teacher can do.
I certainly like that approach, a hybrid education, where you have in-school learning that's supplemented, complemented, augmented by online learning. Well, thanks everybody for your participation and questions today. I think we all had a tour de force education in the 1 hour and a half conversation with Professor Hennessy. Let's all thank him for being here.